The first thing I remember is the game that I love. A man on a diamond with a golden glove. Daddy with me in the cheap seats above, saying, boy, keep your eye on the ball. The crack of the bat, the stadium's roar. We were up on our feet.
Welcome back to Shawn Williams Field. Andy Jennings with you on the Tiger Sports Network as we are all tied up in the conference standings. Second place on the line as MCC and Indian Hills finish up this four-game set. The starting lineup for the Falcons looks like this. They'll face Elijah Wood on the mound for MCC. Luis Jimenez will play shortstop and lead off. Jacob Rhinesmith will bat second and be in left field. Oliver Basavi will hit third and play second base. Wyatt Olson will be the cleanup hitter. He'll be the first baseman. Ricardo Ortiz will hit fifth and play right field. Lane Harvey will bat sixth and play third base. Noah Renal will be the designated hitter. He'll bat seventh. Jose Vargas will be the catcher and bat eighth. And Ryan Shaw will bat ninth. For MCC on the mound is Elijah Wood. Coming into this game, he is 2-5 with a 5.65 ERA in 43 innings. He's allowed 54 hits, 46 runs, 27 earned runs. He's walked 17, struck out 39. So Jimenez will stand in. MCC got game one, 1-0 in a pitcher's duel as Wood misses outside for a ball. And now the winner of this game will clinch the second seed in the conference. And these two teams will meet again on Friday afternoon. One of the teams will be the 2 seed, the other will be the 3 seed. And that's in there for a strike. So Wood gets his first strike over the plate. And the count is 2-1 on Jimenez, who went 0 for 4 in game one earlier. Now he's got the count in his favor, though, at 3-1 here. So 3-1 count on Jimenez. We'll get you the Tigers' defensive starters when we get a second. And that pitch is grounded to short. Lopez has it come up on him. It hits him in the chest, and a leadoff base runner for Indian Hills. Well, that ball just shot up on Manny Lopez. And that's an error to start the game for the Tigers. So an E6 on Lopez. That'll bring up Rhinesmith. He shot up the order. He was hitting fifth, now hitting second. And with the dangerous speed of Jimenez over at first base, he's already got 17 stolen bases on the year. Wood's got to keep an eye on him. Misses high with the curveball. Around the outfield for MCC, Diohan Ceballos is in left field. Caleb Hanks in center, and Logan Holtz is the right fielder. So Hanks taking over for Ventura here. As that misses just off the plate. Pretty good spot, but couldn't bring it back to the corner. So Rhinesmith, the 272 hitter. Jimenez leading at first. 2-0 count here on Rhinesmith. He misses inside, ball 3. So Wood has fallen behind both of the first two hitters, and that usually doesn't bode well when you're pitching from behind. Try to get ahead and then force the hitters to hit what you want them to hit. Now needs the 3-0 pitch to get a strike, and he does. He hits the outside corner. So 3-1 count on the first two hitters of the game. Jimenez grounded to short. A hard ground ball that Lopez couldn't handle. This ball's popped up. Hopwood into foul territory. He'll make the catch, and there's out number 1. So even though 3-1 counts on both the first two hitters, they haven't really had good swings. Jimenez did. And now Embre's going to come out and talk to Wood. Now he'll jog back to the plate. MCC and Indian Hills both 11-11 in conference. MCC also got their 30th victory, which means they're 1 win away from tying the program record, as Embre can't handle the The bouncer there, and Jimenez down to second on the wild pitch. So wild pitch to Basabe in a 1-0 count. Indian Hills was held scoreless in the first game. MCC won that game 1-0. Got 6 innings from Colton Gonerman. And Luis Duran had the only RBI on a sac fly. Woods get him off the mound. He slides, makes the stop, and throws out Basabe. Nice play by Elijah Wood. He hopped off the mound quickly and slid to stop that ball. And that'll bring up Wyatt Olson, as the umpire is going to give Wood a new baseball. And there's 2 away here in the top of the first. Olson has had kind of a quiet series. It always scares you when a guy with his kind of power has been held down, because he can break out at any moment. That ball is hit to left field. Coming on is Ceballos, and it's going to land foul. So Olson behind in the count. He's the first hitter that Wood has been able to get ahead so far. Everyone else, he's gone ball 1, 2. Olson in at 266. He's hit 11 home runs, and he's driven in 46. Jimenez leading from third with 2 outs. There's a good breaking ball in the outside corner. So Wood ahead 0-2. Trying to strike out Olson and strand another runner at third base for Indian Hills. Here's the pitch. It's grounded towards third, and that's going to be a foul ball. It was a chopper down the third baseline, and it spins foul, as Wood will get a new baseball from the home plate umpire. And we'll stay 1-2 here on Wyatt Olson. Or 0-2 rather. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He got him looking. Called strike 3. So Wood gives up just the one base runner, but he strands him at third base. And the Tigers coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Bennett Lopez, Manny Lopez, and Logan Holtz coming up for MCC. On the mound for Indian Hills will be Jarrett Cronin, number 17. He comes in at a 4.56 ERA. He's 1-1 in 11 appearances. He's pitched 23 2/3 innings. He's allowed 22 hits, 14 runs, 12 earned runs, struck out 18, walked 13. And Jarrett Cronin on the mound. Doesn't seem like he's gotten a whole lot of starts with only 23 2/3 innings. Maybe he's just started starting for Indian Hills here lately. So MCC will be at the plate. They scratched across 1 run in the first game, and with the pitching they got from Gonerman and then the save for Barr, that was enough. See if they can't get to Cronin early here. Bennett Lopez will lead it off for MCC. He'll be followed by Manny Lopez, who's at shortstop. Logan Holtz, the right fielder. Diogen Ceballos will bat cleanup and play left field. Luis Duran is the number 5 hitter. He'll play third base. Tony Salado is the designated hitter. He'll bat 6th. Hunter Embre will play catcher and bat 7th. Brock Hopwood will play first base and bat 8th. And Caleb Hanks will hit 9th and play center field. So Jose Vargas behind the plate for Indian Hills. And that's the battery with Jarrett Cronin as Bennett stands in. So Lopez will try and get MCC out on the right foot. We'll have the Indian Hills defensive starters here once we get a little time. Lopez swinging first pitch. Jimenez takes the hop, long throw, and he's got Lopez by a couple steps. So Bennett retired on the first pitch, and there's one away. Around the outfield for Indian Hills, you have Ryan Smith, Shaw, and Ricardo Ortiz. At third base is Lane Harvey. The shortstop is Luis Jimenez. Second base, Oliver Basabe. And first baseman is Wyatt Olson. Manny Lopez stands in and takes inside a ball. A 1-0 here on Manny Lopez against Jarrett Cronin for the Falcons. And Lopez hammers this one towards the left center field gap. That's off the fence. Manny's rounding first. He's going to be into second with a double. He had a 3-hit game in the game 1. And there's another hit for Lopez. This one a double. He lines off the left center field fence. And that'll bring up Logan Holtz, as he had a tough first game. See if he can get things going here in game number 2. Comes in at 377. He's driven in 37. He's tied for the lead in home runs with 8, with Lopez, who just doubled. And that was inside on Holtz. And for Lopez, that's his 15th double on the season. So 15 doubles for Manny Lopez. And a 1-0 count here on Logan Holtz. He swings through that pitch for a strike. That pitch stayed up a little high. Looks like didn't look like a fastball. Might have been a changeup that fooled Holtz. The 1-1 count here with 1 out in the first, and that's in the dirt. Vargas, a good stop. And it's 2-1. On the season, Logan has 60 hits, 15 doubles, 3 triples, and 8 home runs. So he's had 26 extra base hits. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Holtz swings and fouls it off. And the count is even at 2-2. Cronin has struck out 18. Yeah, he struck out 18 on the year. And he's walked 13. He's had his control problems at times. Checks the runner a couple times at second. Now Holtz calls time. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless between MCC and Indian Hills. Lopez hammering a double off the left center field fence. He's out there for Holtz as he takes inside for ball 3. So the count is full on Logan Holtz. On deck is Diogen Ceballos. And a full count here on the Tiger right fielder. Looking in is Cronin. He throws. He's a high fastball, and Holtz lays off and draws a walk. Good at bat by Logan Holtz. Now runners on first and second for Ceballos. The Tigers can jump ahead early here with a big hit. Still only 1 out in the inning. Is this the final game of the regular season for MCC and Indian Hills? They'll likely meet each other. Well, they will meet each other again next Friday as Ceballos takes strike 1. They'll meet each other on Friday in the Region 11 tournament. The winner of this game will be the home team in that game, and the loser, the visiting team. Here's the 0-1 count. Ceballos is out on his front foot. He's able to foul it off, but he's behind 0-2. Luis Duran is on deck. He was the hero in game 1. He drove in the only run. Ceballos was the guy who scored that run after he doubled into right center. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He swings and misses for strike 3. So Ceballos fooled on the breaking ball. And there's 2 away as Luis Duran will come to the plate. Duran had 2 more hits in game number 1. He had 3 hits yesterday and then 2 more hits today. He'll try and get a 2-out hit here and drive in a run. And he hammers this one to left center field. Back goes Shaw. He's going to have a play. He'll make the catch in left center, and that's the inning. So Duran flies out to left center. And the Tigers strand 2. They get the first hit of the game, but unable to bring him home. As we'll head into the top of the second inning. Elijah Wood back to the mound. He allowed 1 base runner in that first inning. He reached on an error. And then Wood, a good job holding Jimenez. He stole second base, but he was held right there. As Basabe grounded out. Rhinesmith popped out to Hopwood, and then Basabe grounded out. And Olson struck out with a runner on third. So back to the mound is Wood. Scoreless between MCC and Indian Hills as we start the second inning. It is sophomore day here for MCC. 16 sophomores playing their final home game for the Tigers. As number 40, Ricardo Ortiz will lead off. The first time we've seen him here this weekend. He's a .385 hitter. He's only played in 12 games, 26 at-bats. He's got 10 hits. And that's ball 1. Ortiz playing right field. Dylan Nelson has played right field most of this series. And Ortiz ahead in the count, 2-0. He's got 10 hits. 3 of those hits were doubles. And that's a strike on the outside corner. So 2-1 now on Ortiz. So he's getting his first start of the series. He takes high and outside, ball 3. So just like the first inning, Wood pitching from behind. That's always, it's usually not, usually doesn't work out for you. And that's a strike. And Ortiz with a big smile on his face as he comes back to get his bat. And the count is full at 3-2. So 3-2 count here on Ricardo Ortiz. And he swings and fouls it off. Wood trying to notch his second strikeout of the game. He also struck out Olson. And he does just that as he throws the fastball right by Ortiz. He swings through a high heater. And that's the first out here in the second inning. That'll bring up Lane Harvey. Harvey coming into this game, a .256 hitter. And he takes low for ball 1. The 1-0 count here on Harvey. Now he swings and lines this one into left field. That's down for a hit. He's thinking about second, but he'll hold at first base with a single. Just the second hit for Indian Hills here today. They were held to 1 hit in game 1. That's their first hit here in game number 2. So Harvey over at first base. He's stolen 3 bases. He's been caught twice. And he takes outside ball 1. So 1-0 count here on Renau as he stands in, the designated hitter. Wood checks the runner, now coming to the plate, and he just misses outside a ball. So a 2-0 count on Noah Renau. .274 hitter. He takes a strike on the outside corner. So 2-1 now on Renau. As Harvey leading at first base. He's singled into left field. Wood checks him and misses low. So 3-1 on another hitter. So far it hasn't hurt Wood, but the more you keep pitching behind in the count, the better a chance someone's going to hit one. As Renau grounds it back up the middle. Lopez fields on to second for one, back to first, and not in time. But a slick play there by Manny Lopez to get the runner at second. Harvey is retired on the 6-4 putout. Renau will reach on a fielder's choice, and he's got some speed. And you could see him try to take off. He's got 11 steals. He's only been caught twice, so it's 11 of 13. As Vargas will stand in. Jose, a 243 hitter. And there he goes, first pitch. Embre's throw on the bag. Tag is there, but safe is Renau. He got just enough of a jump. Pretty good throw by Embre. But Renau just a little bit too quick there. That's his 12th stolen base. So now a runner in scoring position for Vargas. He's behind in the count, 0-1. Now he pops it up towards the foul territory. Hopwood a long run, and he just about got there, but he couldn't quite run it down as he drifted out into right field, foul territory. He was circling. He was about to dive, but couldn't quite get there. Good hustle by Hopwood. He couldn't quite get back quick enough. So an 0-2 count here on Vargas. Wood trying to end the inning here with a strikeout. He checks for now. Here's the pitch. It's a good one in on the inside part of the plate. And where that pitch was, it's pretty hard to keep that fair. If you get that pitch there, even if you barrel it up, that's most of the time that pitch is going to go foul. Is the 0-2 pitch coming? He struck him out swinging on the changeup. So Vargas down swinging, the third strikeout for Wood. And Indian Hills leaves another runner in scoring position, as the Tigers will come to bat here in the second. Scoreless between MCC and Indian Hills. Coming up for the Tigers will be it'll be Tony Salado, Hunter Embre, and Brock Hopwood. Back to the mound goes Cronin. In the first inning, he allowed a double, then he walked Holtz, and he struck out Ceballos and got Duran to fly out to center. More left center, but the center fielder made the catch. So Tony Salado will lead it off. He's the designated hitter coming into this game. He's hitting .338. Got 25 hits, 1 double, 1 triple, 1 home run. As Cronin taking his last couple warm-up pitches. This is a Sunday afternoon, so we get some time. We might be able to look around the Major League Baseball scoreboard. As the batter comes to the plate here, as Salado will stand in. So Salado will lead it off. He's the designated hitter here in game number 2. And he swings at the first pitch, pops it up towards the right side. Olsen coming on. Now the catcher Vargas, and nobody makes the play. So new life here for Salado as he popped that one up, and normally you're going to see the first baseman or catcher make that play, but both guys seemed like they weren't sure if they could get there to call it. And if you're the catcher, most of the time you'd like to see the first baseman coming on make that. And it's easier for a guy running forward than the guy kind of scrambling towards the right side. Kind of like the infield rule, where the outfielder has a better chance of catching a ball that's in between them. As Salado down swinging, and Vargas is going to throw to first, and the strikeout. So Salado down on 3 pitches for out number 1. Pretty good curveball by Cronin. And that'll bring up Hunter Embray. So Embray will stand in. Hopwood in the on-deck circle. As Cronin paints the corner with a strike. Cronin's already struck out 2. He's allowed just the 1 hit. A double by Manny Lopez. As Embray able to hold off as the appeal down to first. And he did not go. A 1-1 count here on Hunter. He swings and pops this one up, but it's going to be out of play. And it's a 1-2 count. Bottom of the second. Scoreless between MCC and Indian Hills. The winner of this game will get second in the conference. Embray flies that one foul. As the umpire needs some new baseballs. And a 1-2 count here on Embray. He takes the high fastball. That pitch might have been to set up the curveball on the outside. We'll see where Cronin goes with it. Here comes the 2-2. He throws that one in the dirt. And the count is full at 3-2. Cronin walked Holtz on a 3-2 pitch. Here's the 3-2 to Embray. He swings and misses and strikes out on a high fastball. So Embray down swinging, the 3rd strikeout for Cronin. That was 21st of the season. That'll bring up Brock Hopwood. He struck out 3 times in the first game for MCC. See if he can put one in play here. He does pop it straight up into the air. Vargas is under it, drifting left, and he makes a basket catch to retire the side. Looked like he had all kinds of trouble with that, but he's able to make the catch. And 3 up, 3 down for MCC. So after 2 innings, we're still scoreless. Coming up for Indian Hills to start the 3rd. It'll be the bottom of the order. Ryan Scholl, followed by Luis Jimenez and Jacob Reinsmith. So Scholl, Jimenez, and Reinsmith coming up for the Falcons. As Wood back to the mound. 1 hit apiece for each team. And this Sunday afternoon, a number of Major League Baseball teams playing. My Reds are tied with the Brewers at 1. Indians lead the Royals 5-4. That's in the 8th inning. The Dodgers lead the Blue Jays after 8 innings, 3-2. Phillies and Marlins are tied at 5 in the top of the 8th inning. Rangers lead the Tigers 7-2 in the top of the 8th. A lot of these MLB games late in the game. The D-backs lead the Braves 3-0, but Atlanta has runners on first and third and nobody out. The Orioles lead the A's 7-3 in the top of the 7th. And we've got a couple more for you here. The White Sox lead the Twins 2-1. That's in the top of the 7th. Astros leading the Mariners 3-1 in the top of the 5th. Pirates leading the Cardinals 3-1 in the top of the 6th. And the Nationals lead the Cubs 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Cubs going for a sweep of Washington this weekend. So Ryan Scholl will lead it off for Indian Hills. The center fielder takes ball 1. Scholl comes into this game. He's hitting .235. And Wood falling behind another Falcon hitter as Shaw shows bunt, and he did commit to it, so that's a strike. And the count is even at 1-1. So 1-1 count here on Shaw. As Wood coming back, the curveball misses the corner that time, and it's 2-1. Wood pitching well, but that's the only thing he's had trouble with. He's fell behind a number of hitters. That's a dangerous game when you start doing that, but so far it hasn't hurt him. As Shaw will bloop this one over Manny Lopez's head. A little Texas leaguer falls in for a hit. And that's a leadoff single for Ryan Shaw. So that'll bring up Luis Jimenez. He had a huge day yesterday, was held hitless in game one, reached on an error his first time up. As Manny Lopez couldn't handle the grounder to short. And now Shaw at first base. He's got 6 stolen bases in 7 attempts. He's staying put, and there's a good pitch on the corner for a strike. Still scoreless between MCC and Indian Hills. Indian Hills now with 2 hits. MCC just has the 1 hit. And the pickoff throw, Shaw in trouble, throw down, and they got him. Ryan Shaw picked off first base. He was very close down at second. So that'll be a 1-3-6 on the out. So 1-3-6. Good throw by Hopwood. Put that one right on the bag. And Lopez put the tag down. Manny Lopez. So 1 away as Jimenez will pop this one up, and that's going to be in the MCC dugout as it almost landed right by MCC baseball coach Rich Greif. An 0-2 count here on Jimenez. He struck him out swinging on the changeup. So Luis down for the second out. And after Indian Hills got the first runner on, Wood picks him off and then strikes out Jimenez, and there's quickly 2 away here in the third. Ryan Smith at the plate. There's a curveball in the inside corner, a strike. As MCC shifts just a little bit over to the right side. As Ryan Smith now in a hole 0-2 as he swings through that pitch. So 0-2 now on Ryan Smith. 272 hitter. He popped out to first his first time up. If Wood goes back to the breaking ball, if he tries to get him to chase the high fastball. Does go with the curve. It's up the middle, and that's going to get through a hit. Ryan Smith coming around hard at first, and now he'll slam on the brakes. And he'll have a 2-out single. Well, that'll bring up Oliver Basabe. He grounded out to Wood in the first inning. And he'll stand in here with 2 outs and a runner on first. And swings at the first pitch and misses. That's that changeup from Wood. He likes to use that versus the right-handed hitters. He throws it away. Don't see him pitch it too far inside as Wood's already picked off 1 base runner. And he sends Ryan Smith back to the bag. And now the umpire will give a new baseball, as there's something wrong with that one. Oh, and 1 count here on Basabe. Oliver comes in swinging a 357 average. He's driven in 38. Ryan Smith at first base. He's yet to steal a base. He's been caught 3 times. Or wait, no, that's as that pitch is hit to deep center field. Hanks takes a couple steps back, now comes in, and he'll make the catch and retire the side. So Basabe flies out to end the inning. And MCC will be coming to bat in the bottom of the third, trying to score the first run. Indian Hills able to get a hit. We got a couple of hits now in the ball game. 3 hits to be exact. They get a couple of hits in that inning. So 2 hits in the inning for Indian Hills. They've also had an error against MCC, but they leave one. And after 2.5, we're all knotted at 0. Coming up for MCC, it'll be the bottom of the order, Caleb Hanks. And then Bennett Lopez and Manny Lopez will get their second look at Jarrett Cronin. So Hanks will lead it off here in the third. He's got good speed. He had a really good day yesterday, a couple hits in both games. And he hasn't shown his specialty that he's done some of the time when I've seen the Tigers. Hanks is pretty good bunter. He's gotten a couple of them bunts down the first baseline a few times. He's really good at that. And Cronin not the hardest thrower, so he might be the type of guy that you would try a bunt play, but he does throw a lot of breaking balls. And he's been successful so far. He's already struck out 3 Tigers. So Hanks will lead it off. He's batting .300 on the year. Cronin coming to the plate. Hanks swings and just missed the third baseline. That's foul. Hanks has had some good swings his last couple days. He's got 27 hits, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. Now he does bunt it. It's a good one down the third baseline. Harvey charges, throw to first, and he got him by a half a step. So Hanks is retired. A good bunt. Just a nice play by Harvey. He was playing in. And Hanks got that bunt down the third baseline. It got by the pitcher, but Harvey was able to charge it and make a strong throw and just nip Hanks at the bag. And now Lopez takes the ball. So 1-0 here on Bennett. He grounded out to short his first at bat. And that misses outside, ball 2. Well, Lopez in a good hitter's count. He swung at the first pitch in his first at bat and grounded out to short. Now he's got a 2-0 count. And Cronin's got to bring something to him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Lopez slices it over the third baseman's head, Harvey. That's down the line into the corner. And he'll stop at first with a 1-out single. Well, there's the single for Lopez, and that'll bring up Manny Lopez. He's already got a double. He doubled off the left center field fence in the first inning. The Tigers with their second hit. Manny hoping to do some more damage here. Bennett leading at first. He's got 10 stolen bases, only been caught twice. Cronin checks him. Now coming to the plate. Lopez swings and fouls that one off. Made a big swing at that pitch. Looked like a changeup. Had him out on his front foot. So 0-1 count. Bottom of the third inning. Scoreless between Indian Hills and MCC. And Lopez is picked off. Bennett Lopez now in a rundown. He's going to be tagged out by Jarrett Cronin. And that's the second time Bennett Lopez has been picked off today. He got picked off a second. That time he was leaning. And he's picked off first, so that'll be a 1 to 3 to 6 to 1. So 1-3-6-1 out in the second out of the inning. And Lopez in a hole, down 0-2. Now 0-2 now on Manny Lopez. He doesn't strike out a whole lot. He struck out 25 times. And he takes inside. That almost hit him. And now it's a 1-2 count. Cronin has already struck out 3. Trying to notch his 4th strikeout here in the 3rd inning. And Lopez takes high, ball 2. So 2-2 count on Manny Lopez. And he takes in the dirt, ball 3. So good eye by Lopez. He's laid off 3 straight pitches. And he's worked the count full to 3-2 with 2 outs. Here's Cronin's 3-2 pitch, and he misses high, ball 4. So he was ahead of Lopez 0-2. And Lopez works the walk. And that'll bring up Logan Holtz with 2 outs and a runner on first. The Tigers could have potentially had runners on first and second with 1 out, but Cronin able to pick off Lopez. And Holtz takes high ball. So that's 4 straight. Actually 5 straight balls since he had Manny Lopez 0-2. See if Holtz gets a pitch to hit here. Here's the 1-0 count, and that's on the outside corner strike. This umpire kind of has a different type call. He really gets his hand out there and then calls strike. I can tell from back here when he's going to call a strike. And that's in the dirt for a ball. And it's a 2-1 count. So 2-1 here on Holtz. Manny Lopez leading at first base. Holtz walked in the first inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's high, ball 3. Cronin's already walked Holtz once. He's walked 2 in the game. And now a 3-1 pitch to Holtz. Holtz looking to maybe make this a 2-0 game. He can get a pitch that he likes. Manny Lopez a good lead over at first. He's staying put, and Holtz swings through a high fastball. Now a full count at 3-2. Might have swung at ball 4 there. But you still like the aggressiveness from your number 3 hitter. So 3-2 count with 2 outs. Manny Lopez will be on the move. There he goes. It's driven to deep left center field. Back goes Rhinesmith, still going back, and that ball's out of here. A 2-run homer by Logan Holtz, and the Tigers take the lead 2-0. So a 2-out walk and a 2-run big fly. So a 2-run shot by Logan Holtz puts MCC up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd. He worked it to a full count and then hammered the home run, and that gives him the lead for the Tigers in home runs. That's his 9th of the year as Ceballos hits a hard line drive. Jimenez picks, throws, out at first base. But Holtz lights up a 2-run homer with 2 outs, and MCC takes a 2-0 lead after 3 innings. We'll take our first break. MCC leading Indian Hills. You're watching MCC Baseball on the Tiger Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Elijah Wood, sophomore pitcher from Marshalltown.
Hi, my name is Joel Rosar. I'm from Waterloo, Iowa, and I'm a freshman first baseman here.
Hi, my name is Mark Swimmer. I'm a freshman first baseman from Pella, Iowa.
Hi, I'm Colton Gonerman. I'm from Centerville, Iowa, and I'm a right-handed pitcher.
Tony Salato from Knoxville, Iowa, and I'm a catcher, and I'm also a freshman.
My name is Luis Duran. I'm from Dominican Republic. I play third base. I'm a freshman.
Welcome back to Sean Williams Field. Andy Jennings with you on the Tiger Sports Network. MCC has jumped in front 2-0 after a 2-run homer by Logan Holtz in the bottom of the third. As we start the top of the fourth, it'll be Wyatt Olson, Ricardo Ortiz, and Lane Harvey. Olson struck out looking in the first inning. And he takes down for a ball. A 2-0 Tigers. Wood has pitched pretty good. And Olson will ground this one foul. He's pitched behind in the count at times here today. But he's been able to keep Indian Hills from getting too much going as Olson fouls that changeup off, but right into the glove of Embry. So the count is 1-2. Here on Olson to start the fourth, and he swings and flies this one out of play. As there is, looks like some action down in the MCC bullpen. It's a lefty. And Wood paints the corner, and Olson down looking for the second time. Wood starting to get into a groove here. He strikes out another. That's his fifth strikeout. Now 5 strikeouts for Wood. And Ortiz stands in. He takes outside. Ortiz struck out in the second inning. He swings and misses there for a strike. A 1-1 count. Wood now with 44 strikeouts. And that misses the outside corner. And a 2-1 count here on Ortiz. And that misses inside, ball 3. So 3-1 on Ricardo Ortiz. A dangerous hitter, 385. He has hit 3 doubles, no home runs. He does have extra base power, and he misses outside, ball 4. So after the strikeout to Olson, a 1-out walk to Ortiz. That'll bring up Lane Harvey, who's already got a hit. And Ortiz has stolen 1 base. So Ortiz not a big threat to steal. He's only played in 12 games. As Harvey swings and fouls that off. And it's 0-1 now on Lane Harvey. He singled into left field in the second and was put out on a 6-4 ground out by Noah Renau, who's in the on-deck circle. Harvey swings. It's a little nubber off the handle. Picked up by Wood. Throw to first, and he got him. That was a tough play there for Wood. He got off the mound quickly, and he's just able to get him in time. As the umpire checks the baseball, make sure it's okay after that weird swing. And now Grant Walker is going to pinch hit for Noah Renau. So Grant Walker will pinch hit. And Renau will be pulled out of the game. And he pops it up to right, and Holtz makes the catch. And that'll do it for the side for the Falcons. Indian Hills does get another base runner, but nothing to show for it. And they leave another base runner as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. MCC with a 2-0 lead. Coming up for the Tigers, it'll be 5, 6, and 7. Luis Duran, Tony Salato, and Hunter Embray. Wood has settled in. He's pitched behind some hitters, but for the most part, he's been able to get through it without giving up any damage. He's held Indian Hills scoreless. Indian Hills now scoreless versus MCC for 11 innings because they were shut out for the first 7. And actually, it'd probably be longer than that because they scored 5. They scored their 5th run yesterday in about, I think it was about the 4th inning, and then they didn't score after that again. So it'd probably be more like 13 or 14 innings without a run for Indian Hills as they trail MCC 2-0. So Duran will stand in. He flew out to center field in the 1st inning. He swings at the first pitch, pops it up in the foul territory, and that's going to be out of play. He's behind in the count, 0-1. So an 0-1 count here on Duran. There's Cronin working pretty quickly. Misses high and inside a ball. So 1-1. So 1-1 now on Luis Duran. He takes downstairs, ball 2. Luis coming in at 345. He's got 16 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. He hits this one up towards the right side. Olsen over into foul territory, and he'll make the catch. So 1 away for the Tigers in the 4th. That'll bring up Tony Salato. He struck out on 3 pitches in the 2nd inning. See if he can get a hit here. He's usually a pretty good hitter at 338. He takes on the outside corner, strike. Pretty good pitch there by Cronin. He painted the outside corner. And now he hits the inside corner. So Salato behind in the count, 0-2 on 2 really tough pitches. Here comes the 0-2. It's a curveball, and that stays high, a ball. But still 1-2, so Cronin could try and get Salato to chase. He chased a curveball off the plate last time, which struck him out. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a pitch in the dirt, and we'll go to 2-2. The 2-2 count here on Salato. 1 out here in the 4th inning. He swings and pops this one up towards right. Ortiz is going to drift back a couple steps, and he'll make the catch. So 2 away. And Hunter Embray will bat with nobody on base. MCC and Indian Hills both have 3 hits. As Embray stands in, he struck out in the 2nd. As Cronin peers over his glove, now comes to the plate. Embray hits a hard grounder. Harvey picks it up, throws long throw, and he got Embray by a step. Don't know how Harvey was able to come up with that ball, but he does, and he guns down Embray for the 3rd out of the inning. So after 4, MCC with a 2-0 lead. Came on a Logan Holtz 2-run homer, his 9th of the season, which gave the Tigers the lead back in the 3rd inning. As Elijah Wood back to the mound. He's been pitching pretty good for MCC here today. He's held Indian Hills without a run. He's only allowed 3 hits. He has only walked 1. He's been behind in the count quite a bit, but so far it hasn't hurt him. So if he can start to get ahead of hitters. When he's gotten ahead of hitters, he's struck out. He got ahead of Jimenez 0-2, struck him out. Got ahead of Olsen 1-2, struck him out. Got ahead of Olsen again 0-2, struck him out. Just he hasn't had a number of those counts. A lot of his counts have been 3-1 and 3-2. For the most part, it's been either 3-1 or he's got a couple of counts where they've swung early. Indian Hills usually a pretty patient team. Jose Vargas will lead it off, followed by Ryan Scholl. And then the top of the order with Luis Jimenez. Wood has struck out 5. As we start the 5th inning. So Vargas will lead it off. He struck out in the 2nd. Scholl singled, but then was picked off. As that misses inside. And a 1-0 count. So 1-0 now on Vargas. He swings, ground ball through the left side. That's the leadoff single. So Vargas with a leadoff hit. And that'll bring up Ryan Scholl. He's already got a single. As more arms. Looks like J.J. Stevens down in the bullpen starting to loosen just a little bit for MCC. As Scholl shows bunt. And he misses, but he's able to pull it back. And that'll be a ball. As the Tigers felt he swung, or left the bunt out there too long, but the umpire said he did not. As Greif nearly thought about coming out to discuss that call, but he's going to head back into the dugout. So 1-0 count on Scholl. He was showing bunt his first time, and he is again. And this time he does swing for a strike. So the count is even at 1-1. Scholl hasn't looked very comfortable trying to bunt. Trying to bunt Scholl and stay out of a double play. Move that runner on to second. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning as Wood will step off. 2-0, Tigers leading the Falcons. Wood coming to the plate. Good curveball on the outside corner. And he's ahead of Scholl. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So 1-2 now on Ryan Scholl. Wood trying to notch his 6th strikeout. Leading from first is Vargas as Wood misses the outside corner. And it's 2-2. On deck is Luis Jimenez. He's reached on an error and struck out. So we've seen how lethal his bat can be. As Wood freezes Scholl with a curveball. And he strikes out Ryan Scholl. His 6th. And that was a good pitch by Wood. And he's got 1 out. with Jimenez at the plate. Runner on first. That ball is grounded to short. Lopez has trouble with it. Throw to second. He threw it into right field. Vargas is headed to third. And Lopez is going to make the error and then compound it with another error. So that's 2 errors against Lopez on 1 play. Vargas goes to third. And there's runners on first and third with only 1 out. And Rhinesmith coming to the plate. So 2 errors on 1 play. And the 3rd error for Lopez in the game. This ball is hit down the left field line. Ceballos a long run. And it's going to just carry over the fence in foul territory. There's a strike on Rhinesmith. And with Jimenez at first base, you got to think he's probably stealing. He's already stolen a base here today. Got 18 overall. He's going to try to probably get in the scoring position as Wood misses high. But with the lefty at the plate, maybe Indian Hills wants to keep that hole open. I'd be surprised if that's the case with the way Jimenez can run. Here's the 1-1 pitch. He swings and pops it up to right. Lopez backing up. Now he's going to make the catch on the edge of the grass. And that's 2 away. So Rhinesmith pops out to second. And now with Basabe at the plate, he's grounded out to Wood and flew out to center. Now with 2 outs, I would expect Jimenez will go early in the count here. Runners on first and third. Wood has done a pretty good job. He's already picked off 1 guy. He might have put some fear in Jimenez not to get picked off. And that pitch is outside, ball 2. A 2-0 on Basabe. A 357 hitter. He's driven in 38. You have 15 doubles, 1 triple, and 5 home runs. And he misses high and outside, ball 3. Wyatt Olson, who struck out twice, is on deck. Here's the 3-0 pitch, and that hits the corner for a strike. So 3-1. So 3-1 here on Basabe. And he takes high, ball 4. So Wood walks Basabe. The tying run is now down at second. And the leading run is at first base. And that'll bring up the dangerous bat of Wyatt Olson. Only hitting .266, but he does have 11 home runs. He swings, chops it out in front of the plate. Embry can't handle it. And the runner is safe, or is it a foul ball? It is a foul ball. No, it is a safe. He is safe. So 1 run scores. A weird play there as Embry picked it up and then he booted it. So Olson, or no, they're calling a foul ball. The Indian Hills coach, Cam Walker, discussing with the home plate umpire as he thought was a fair ball. And it's a, well, not very animated, but definitely a big conversation going on. I couldn't tell if it was a fair ball. It was kind of a weird play as Embry tried to pick it up. It bounced it right in front of the plate. And now the second umpire is going to come down and help the home plate umpire as the Indian Hills coach, Cam Walker, having a long discussion with both umpires now. The bases remain loaded as the runner was sent back to third. It's still a 2-0 game. So 2-0. And that's a strike on Wyatt Olson. So Vargas did not score, so I have to make a note of that in my scorecard. And it's an 0-1 count. So 0-1 on Olson with 2 outs, and he takes outside a ball. So 1-1 now on the big first baseman, Wyatt Olson. With the bases loaded, swings, and that's a foul ball. So now Wood ahead of Olson again. He's already struck him out twice. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's grounded towards short. Lopez coming on. Duran cuts it off. Throw to first. He got him. Hopwood stays on the bag, and I think he hurt his foot as Hopwood is down. But now he's up, and he appears to be okay as Duran makes a nice play cutting in front of Manny Lopez and guns out Olson. And Indian Hills leaves the bases loaded. So we'll head into the bottom of the fifth, still 2-0. Just one hit for Indian Hills that inning. Another error for the Tigers, 2 errors. But Indian Hills leaves 3. So Cronin back to the mound. Coming up for the Tigers, it'll be Hopwood, Hanks, and Bennett Lopez. So Brock Hopwood will lead it off. He popped out to the catcher Vargas as Stevens continues to loosen, and now J.D. Barr's headed down to the bullpen for MCC. He's already got 1 save here today. As Cronin back to the mound. So it'll be Hopwood to lead it off. A lot on the line. Second place on the line in this game. As MCC trying to get second place and tie a program record with their 31st victory. They lead this one 2-0 as we start the bottom of the fifth. So it'll be Hopwood, Hanks, and Bennett Lopez. Hopwood takes high, ball 1. Cronin has really just made the one mistake, and Holtz hit it for a 2-run homer. That's been the only scoring. Hopwood pops this one up. Vargas is over to his left. He gives it a long look, and it's out of play. So now 2-1 count on first baseman Brock Hopwood. Looking to try and put something in play here. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He swings and pops it up on the infield. Jimenez calling off Harvey. He'll make the catch, and that's 1 away. So Hopwood popped it up. He's the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Caleb Hanks. He grounded out to third on a bunt attempt. Harvey charged in, was able to get him by about a step at first base. And he takes strike 1 on the outside corner. The 0-1 count on Hanks. He swings and shoots that one right back towards us. And it's 0-2. So quickly 0-2 on Hanks. Cronin had already struck out 3. As Hanks pops it up in the infield. Olson coming in at the mound. He'll make a running catch. And there's 2 away. So back-to-back pop-ups. And now Bennett Lopez will hit. He had a single in the 3rd inning, but then was picked off as he left just a little bit too early. He was picked off first base. So now a hit with 2 outs and nobody on. And that's on the outside corner, a strike. Then it's 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. He takes just off the plate, ball 1. So 1-1 count. Lopez a .323 hitter. And he hammers this one down the left field line. Is that going to be a fair ball? It is a foul ball. So just a long strike. As Lopez took the inside pitch, turned on it, and drove that ball almost for a home run. It had home run distance. You can see the ball out there, but it landed foul. So 1-2 count. As Cronin threw that one, looked like a slider away. Buries in the dirt. And it's 2-2. So 2-2 count. And Lopez pops this one up into short center. Jimenez running. Diving catch by Rhinesmith, and he got it. What a play by Jacob Rhinesmith as he laid out between 2 of his teammates and made the catch. Lopez robbed of a hit. And that's the end of 5. So after 5 innings, MCC still leading 2-0. Elijah Wood back to the mound for the Tigers. He was able to get out of the bases loaded jam. As Indian Hills loaded the bases, but their first baseman, Wyatt Olson, grounded out to Luis Duran to end the inning. As we start the 6th, it'll be Ricardo Ortiz, Lane Harvey, and Noah Renal. MCC trying to lock up the 2nd place in the conference standings. And Indian Hills trying to do the same. These 2 teams will be playing for the 5th time in a row next Friday when they meet in tournament play. As swinging and misses Ortiz on the changeup. And Wood ahead 0-1. That's in the dirt for a ball. And the count is even at 1. 2-0 MCC with the lead. The only run scored on a Logan Holtz 2-run homer happened with 2 outs in the 3rd inning as he drove a home run over the left center field fence. There's a strike 3 called. Ortiz frozen. Strikeout number 7 for Elijah Wood. As that ball went right through his glove as Duran threw it back to him. So Wood with another strikeout. His 7th. He came in, he'd only struck out 39. And now he struck out 46 as he gets that one on the outside corner. Another good pitch. This one just stayed a little bit low. Wood has gotten to quite a rhythm out on the mound as he falls behind Harvey here, 2-1. Now Harvey lines one back up the middle. That's going to fall. That's his second hit. So Harvey's second hit of the day. Or second hit of the game. And that'll bring up Grant Walker. He pinch hit for Noah Renaud. As Greif will make the walk to the mound. Is that going to be all for Elijah Wood? It appears it is. A nice outing for Wood. He'll get a good ovation as he leaves here on sophomore day for the Tigers. He pitches 5 1/3, and he'll give way to, appears to be J.J. Stevens will come on for the Tigers. We'll have more details on Stevens when we return. MCC leading Indian Hills 2-0. The Tigers making a pitching change. You're watching MCC Baseball on the Tiger Sports Network.
My name is Colin Blackford. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. I'm a sophomore and I'm a left-handed pitcher.
Hi, my name is Rogelio Jose Mejia. I'm from Dominican Republic. I play pitcher and I'm freshman.
Hi, I'm Noel. I'm Noel Diaz. I'm from Dominican Republic. My position is pitcher. I'm freshman.
I'm Rosario. I'm from Dominican Republic. I'm outfield. I'm sophomore.
Hi, my name is Diogen Ceballo. I'm from República Dominicana. I'm pitcher. I'm freshman.
Welcome back to Sean Williams Field. Andy Jennings with you on the Tiger Sports Network. MCC has made a pitching change as it will be J.J. Stevens coming on to pitch for the Tigers. And we will have more details for you here. Stevens on the season. He's got a 7.62 ERA. He's 1-1 in 12 appearances. He's pitched 13 innings, allowed 17 hits, 11 runs, 11 earned runs. He's walked 4, struck out 17. He's allowed 3 home runs. And he's allowing .321 opponent's batting average. Well, that was kind of early on in the season. He's pitched better lately for MCC. He's been a go-to guy for the Tigers in the bullpen. And he's pitched pretty well over this second half of the season. Harvey leading from first. Stevens going right after Walker, and he swings through a fastball. So Wood goes 5 1/3. He strikes out 7. Only allows 5 hits. But a good outing for Wood, as Stevens will send Harvey back to first. Harvey has stolen 3 bases. He's been caught twice. So 0-1 count on Grant Walker. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. J.D. Barr also, or looks like there's a couple of pitchers down in the Tiger bullpen loosening, a lefty and a righty. So a lefty and a righty loosening for MCC. As Stevens comes on here in the 6th. The lefty probably getting ready for maybe Shaw if it gets to that point. The 1-1 count here on Walker. So 1-1 on Grant Walker. He pinch hit for Renaud in the 2nd inning. And that's on the outside corner strike. There's actually the 4th inning when he pinch hit. and he flew out to right field. He's a 175 hitter. Behind in the count 1-2. Stevens looking for the strikeout. Harvey leading from first. And it's popped up, and that's going to be out of play. So it remains a 1-2 count. Stevens trying to punch out Walker. On deck is Jose Vargas. He's also got a hit. As Stevens throws it to keep Harvey close at first base. He's back safely. 1-2 with one out, top of the 6th inning. He misses high, tried to get him to chase the high fastball. Walker lays off, and the count is even at 2-2. Walker struck out 16 times on the season. And Stevens just missed. Ooh, wow. Thought that one bent back to the inside corner, and so did Hunter Embray, but must have just missed inside. That looked like it had some late movement. But Stevens doesn't get the call, and the count is full at 3-2. So 3-2 count now on Walker. He grounds it back through the middle. Lopez scoops on to Bennett, on to first. That's a double play. They don't get the strikeout, but then they get a 6-4-3 double play, and the inning is over. So Harvey retired on the 6-4, and Walker on the 4-3. So 6-4-3 double play ends the 6th inning. And another good outing for J.J. Stevens. And MCC will come to bat. They'll try and get a couple insurance runs here in the 6th inning. Try and keep this one, get this one a little bit further out of reach for Indian Hills, who has now been shut out for, well, going by today, 13 innings. If you go into yesterday where they scored, I believe it was in the 4th or 5th inning. It's probably been about 17 innings now for Indian Hills without scoring a run. So 2-0 Tigers as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Yesterday, Indian Hills swept MCC. Now MCC trying to return the favor. And if they can finish this one out, they'll be second place in the conference. So it'll be Manny Lopez leading it off, followed by Logan Holtz. Lopez drew a 2-out walk to give Holtz a chance in the 3rd, and he took full advantage of it, hitting a 2-run homer to left center field. So Manny will come to the plate to lead off the 6th inning. Still on the mound for Indian Hills is Cronin. He's pitched pretty well outside of that one mistake, as Lopez will lead it off. He swings at a breaking ball, flies it to center. Scholes settling under it, and he'll make the catch just into right field and right center, and that's out number 1. Now Lopez tried to jump on the first pitch and flies out. And now Holtz will bat. He's the hero so far as he hit a 2-run homer. And he takes strike 1. MCC does have action in their bullpen. Looks like it'll be J.D. Barr to try and get another save. Unless the Tigers open the scoring a little bit more here. He could get his 2nd save of the day. As Holtz takes on the outside corner strike. He shook his head a little bit at that one. Now 1-2 count. Cronin coming to the plate, and he strikes him out swinging. So Holtz down swinging. And that'll bring up Ceballos. He's struck out and grounded out. So Ceballos will bat here with 2 outs. And he hammers one to left center field. Back it goes. Scholl on the run, and that ball is gone. It hit right off a tree out just beyond the fence, and a home run for Diogen Ceballos. He jumps on the first pitch and makes it 3-0. Second home run of the game for the Tigers, and it's 3-0 MCC. He just crushed that ball to deep left center field, and it just carried right out. It was like on a line drive. Just shot right out and hit the tree. Hit one of the trees just outside the fence as Cam Walker will make the call to the bullpen. So Indian Hills will go to the bullpen now, as they'll make a pitching change. And we will take a break. 3-0 Tigers on top of Indian Hills here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 outs. We'll take a break. You're watching MCC Baseball on the Tiger Sports Network.
My name is Austin Goodley, left-handed pitcher, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Hunter Embry. I'm a catcher from Knoxville, Iowa, and I'm a sophomore.
My name is Brock Hopwood. I'm from Ottumwa, Iowa. I'm a catcher and I'm a freshman.
My name is Tsubasa Mariyama. I'm from Yokohama, Japan. I'm a right-hand pitcher and sophomore.
I'm Casey Dorhout. I'm from Sanborn, Iowa, and I'm a catcher.
My name is Jake Brumbaugh. I'm a freshman. I'm a right-handed pitcher, and I'm from Keswick, Iowa.
Welcome back to Sean Williams Field. Andy Jennings with you on the Tiger Sports Network. MCC leading Indian Hills 3-0. The Tigers have hit 2 home runs. Logan Holtz had a 2-run shot. And then Diogen Ceballos just a moment ago, a solo home run that just drilled a tree, just a rocket on the left center field and just carried out of here. And that was his, for Ceballos, that's his 7th home run of the year. Holtz hit his 9th. So the new pitcher is Casey Siwa. He's been number 12 on the scorecard, but he's number 29 here. And he'll throw one pitch. Duran grounds to Jimenez. It's a high throw, and he kept his foot on the bag. And the inning is over. So MCC will try to finish off this 7th inning and take 2nd place in the conference. On to try and close it out. Looks like it'll be J.D. Barr for the 2nd time here today. He got a save earlier in game number 1 in a 1-0 win. Now he'll try to get a save here in a 3-0 game. He's got a little bit more to work with here, being up 3-0, but not a whole lot of wiggle room, more than he had the first time in the first game when they were only up 1-0. So Barr will come on to try and finish this game and give MCC 2nd place in the conference, where they will be the home team next Friday. The tournament taking place in Centerville. For MCC, they'll play Indian Hills on Friday, May 13th at 2 p.m. And if they win that, then they'd play Saturday morning at 11 a.m. where they'd likely meet Iowa Western, who plays Muscatine on Friday morning at 11 a.m. Well, that's what's coming up for the Tigers. As they've already beaten Indian Hills a few times, they've beaten Indian Hills a few times, but they've already beaten Iowa Western too. They've proved that they can beat Iowa Western. It was 4-3 the series between between the two teams in the regular season, so that can't be right. It was 5-3. No, because MCC won the first one, and then they won 2. Yeah, so it was 5-3, the series between Iowa Western and MCC. And Indian Hills, they took 3 of 4 in Centerville. Now if they can win here, they would win the series versus Indian Hills 5-3. But not over yet, as Barr will have to go through Vargas, Scholl, and then the top of the order. So Vargas will lead it off against J.D. Barr, and the first pitch is inside a ball. So Barr trying for his second save on the day. And that pitch is popped up into foul territory. Embry on the run. He makes a sliding catch, and he got it. So Hunter Embry over by the MCC dugout slides and makes the catch for the first out. Terrific play by Hunter Embry. Right over by the MCC dugout. He slid and made the catch. The one away is Scholl now at the plate. Scholl has struck out and singled. If Barr can close this out, Wood would get his 3rd victory on the years. He'd be the winning pitcher. And Barr would get his 8th save. He misses high there, 2-0. Just want to keep Indian Hills having to get hits. Don't want to give any free passes. 2-0 count here on Scholl. Jimenez is on deck. As Barr set to come to the plate. There's a good pitch on the outside. So 2-1 on the Falcons center fielder. He tried to hit the same spot, but this time a little bit further outside. And the count is 3-1. So Barr behind in the count. Scholl with a good hitter's count. He takes outside, ball 4. Well, there's a 1-out walk. And now Indian Hills just 1 base runner away from bringing the tying run to the plate. And they're getting into the part of the order that could tie the game with 1 swing. You don't want to see Jimenez get on base. So now runner on first with 1 out. Luis Jimenez at the plate. He's reached twice on an error. He's also struck out. 1 out here in the top of the 7th. And Barr throws a good fastball for a strike. So 0-1 now on Jimenez. As Barr trying to close this out. That's ground line through the right side. That's a base hit. And just like that, there's runners on first and second with 1 out. And the tying run, Jacob Rhinesmith, is at the plate. A little bit more of an adventure here for Barr than he had in the first game, where he got 1, 2, 3. He gives up the walk and then the hit. And now Rhinesmith is at the plate. Rhinesmith has hit 5 home runs on the year, so he does have that capability. As Barr trying to come after Rhinesmith here. 1 out, top of the 7th inning, 3-0, MCC with the lead. Barr's pitch is in there for a strike. So the count is 0-1. So 0-1 count here on Rhinesmith. In the game, he's singled and popped out twice. And that's in there, strike 2. Rhinesmith behind in the count, 0-2. As Embry Shifting Bennett Lopez just a touch towards the right side. And Barr trying to get Ryan Smith. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He takes his time. Here it comes. He misses outside a ball. Trying to get Ryan Smith the chase. He doesn't, and it's 1-2. Scholl out at second base. Jimenez leading from first. It's swung and fouled off as just able to stay alive is Ryan Smith. That pitch came right inside on him. He was able to just foul it off. A 1-2 count on Jacob Ryan Smith, a .272 hitter for Indian Hills. One out here in the seventh. Barr coming to the plate, and Ryan Smith wanted it, but he lays off. And the count is even at 2-2. You don't want it to go to 3-2. See if you can get him here on the 2-2 pitch. Good speed on the base paths for Indian Hills. It's popped up and out of play. That pitch caught a little bit too much to the plate there, but Ryan Smith just pops it up and foul. So still a 2-2 count. One out here in the seventh. Scholl walked and Jimenez singled to get the tying run to the plate, and Ryan Smith calls time. Ryan Smith has struck out 27 times on the year. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's line foul. That one was hit hard. This is where the battle. Ryan Smith making Barr throw as many pitches as he can. Barr trying to finish him off right here. He checks the runners. Here's the pitch. He misses off the outside corner. The Tigers dugout wanted that one. And now we're full at 3-2. So a 3-2 count on Jacob Ryan Smith. There is some loosening now in the MCC bullpen. There goes the runners. They stay, and he struck him out looking. Ryan Smith down looking, and he is not happy about that as he walks slowly back to the dugout. He got him looking, and that's out number 2. As Barr got him looking on the corner. That'll bring up Basabe. MCC just one out away here from sweeping the doubleheader and clinching second place. Barr looks in. Basabe swings and misses for strike one. Barr trying to get his second save of the day. Would be his 8th on the year. And he swings and misses strike 2. So Basabe down on the count 0-2. With the way he's swinging to that pitch, I'd probably throw that same one again. Olson's on deck for Indian Hills. Barr trying to get Basabe and end this one. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he fouls it off. Good spot though, as he kept it off the plate. Basabe just able to foul it off the end of the bat. Runners on first and second. Basabe representing the tying run. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Tigers. Barr trying to get the save. And he just missed the outside corner. And 1-2 now on Basabe. Oliver's bounced out to the pitcher, hit a fly ball to center, and he's walked. He grounds back through the box. It's going to kick through, and that's a base hit. Scholl's coming around. He'll score, and it's 3-1. So an RBI single by Basabe. And this game isn't over yet. Jimenez to third. Scholl scores. And Olson coming to the plate. He struck out twice and grounded out. So it'll be Olson against Barr. Indian Hills big home run threat versus Barr trying to close it out. Runners on first and third. The tying run, Basabe, is at first base. But Indian Hills try and steal second here with 2 outs. Basabe's got 5 stolen bases, but he's been caught 7 times. So Barr coming after Olson. It's fouled straight back. Pretty good swing by Wyatt Olson there. But Barr ahead in the count, 0-1. Top of the 7th inning. J.D. Barr trying to shut the door on the Falcons. Basabe leading from first, Jimenez from third, and time is called. Barr already got a save earlier. Was 1-2-3. He's trying to get his second of the day. He's holding, now coming to the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Barr 1 strike away once again. He had 2 strikes on Basabe before he was able to hit a grounder back through the box. And now Barr trying to finish it off. 0-2 here on Olson. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He swings and misses. Strike 3. Olson down swinging. And the Tigers take second place in the conference as they sweep the doubleheader here today and win it 3-1. And these 2 teams will meet again on Friday as MCC will be the home team in that game in Centerville. So that's next up for MCC. That will wrap up our season. It's been a lot of fun calling MCC Baseball as they get their 31st victory as they beat Indian Hills 3-1 here from Shawn Williams Field. I'm Andy Jennings saying good afternoon from Shawn Williams Field on the Tiger Sports Network.
The first thing I remember is the game that I love. A man on a diamond with a golden glove. Daddy with me in the cheap seats above saying, boy, keep your eye on the ball.